It takes a lot of investment, take a lot of time, a lot of training, and so on. So that's why we have to thank our main sponsor, MTC, who have been with us.
Final whistle
on 99 FM.
This is Skrypt in the afternoon. Welcome to Final Whistle. Preparations are well underway for the 10th edition of the Together as One Boxing Bonanza as the boxers look to defend their titles in September. Now, 1 international and 2 national titles will be on the line during this tournament. So all boxing fanatics, whatever weight class you prefer, whether if you love the game of boxing, the trade of boxing, this one is for you. You cannot miss it up. Just make sure you don't miss out. Joining me this afternoon on Final Whistle for more information, we have an exhilarating competition coming up, an exciting showpiece. The man himself is in the building, boxing promoter from the MTC, Nestor Tobias Boxing and Fitness Academy. The man himself, Nestor Tobias. Welcome to 99 FM.
Thank you very much for having me here.
Let's dive into it. Tell us a little more about, for those that don't know, a little more about the Together as One Boxing Bonanza taking place on the 1st of September.
Yeah, of course, we are in boxing, we're in entertainment. We always try to bring people together because boxing is a unifier. Coming the 1st September, we're going to have 2 international titles. And 1 national title.
Okay.
Oh, that's it. I have to correct that.
Yeah.
Of course, we got our world-rated boxers defending their WBO Africa titles. We talk about Charles Inima, who's the WBO welterweight champion, rated number 12 in the world right now. Then we got John Paulines, who's WBO Africa super middleweight champion. He's rated number 7 in the world right now. To get in the top 15, it's not overnight. It takes a lot of investment, take a lot of time, a lot of training, and so on. So that's why we have to thank our main sponsor, MTC, who have been with us for breaking time for 10 years. And of course, our our co-sponsor, PST Bet. So, of course, without those MTC or any sponsor, it's difficult to get a guy in the top 15 or also in the top 100, But now we produce already world champions. We got rated boxers, like nowadays, kids are going to defend their title on the 1st September, John and Charles. And, of course, we got also very, very, very entertainment fight between Bulelo and Munganjera. That's going to be for the national title, welterweight. So, of course, this fight will take place in Ongwediva Annual Trade Fair on the 1st September, like I said before. If you want to join us on that evening, the ticket for general is only 200, and table sitting 10 is going for 20,000. Of course, it sounds a lot, but it's for corporates to invite their guests, to invite their clients, because everybody's going to be in an Ongwediva trade fair. We say Ongwediva annual trade fair, but in my understanding, Ongwediva annual trade fair is not an Ongwediva event. It's a national event taking place always in Ongwediva every year. So that's why we decided to take boxing there also.
Yeah.
Because the whole nation going to be there, and people are hungry for action. Boxing is a very popular sport worldwide. When any boxer fight in Las Vegas or other part of the world, in Asia, people will follow. Not going to sleep here in Africa or in Namibia. They're going to follow. They wait till that fight, the last gong, the main bout coming up, before they go to bed. So boxing is so entertaining, and it's very popular. And for sure, we have to use boxing to put our country on the world map. And we have been doing that over the years. It's always good when you talk about the world-rated boxers, because the whole world is going to follow this fight, live streaming, or they're going to follow whatever they can, social media and so on.
And you've contributed to boxing. This is the 10th edition of this one, and your boxing career stems long before that. What is the most exciting thing about Namibian boxing for you right now? You've got to see generations of boxers, but what is the thing that is making you happy about boxing in Namibia right now?
Boxing is a cultural sport for us in Namibians, So there's a sport we follow traditional culture, because, fighting is part of culture. Even when you go to taking care of the cattle, the bush, so you guys, the young kid, they look after the cattle, but they're also practicing who's the strongest,
Yeah.
They're gonna do judo. They're gonna do ngandeka. Those is like fighting, So meaning any Namibian can fight.
Yeah.
You understand? So that is what may make me proud, because this boxing is natural. It's not like other sports. We have to take somewhere and bring you, and you want to do what other people are doing.
Yeah.
But boxing is a natural thing. Everybody can fight. It's just to polish everybody to have a good style, to improve the technique of fighting, and of course to follow the rules of boxing. Then you're still doing the cultural sport.
Yeah.
And that is what I'm always telling this kid. Everybody can fight. Because they had to fight. It's why we talk about the land of the brave, That is because when a boxer is not only the skills and everything, it's the heart, The bravery is there for everybody. That is why we succeed always in boxing, whether it's amateur or professional. If you can see how many champions we produce, how many kids we put in the world rating,
Yeah.
So it's amazing for a small country like Namibia. If you can see our population, we compete against those countries with a big population and so on.
Yeah.
But we come up on top, So that is a big achievement, and we have just applaud this kid to work so hard, because just because in Namibia we think we can just succeed,
Yeah.
You must also go through disciplining, and you must work hard, dedication and so on, So you have to comply with certain rules, to take your life from the street.
Yeah.
Also, you have to be. Sometimes you have to wake up 4 o'clock in the morning. That meaning you have to go early to bed. After 4 o'clock, you go to do your exercise in the morning. Then, of course, in the evening, you wait another exercise to go and working on your boxing ability and so on. So it's just that's a life of a boxer. Is very tough.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, so if you succeed, of course, it's like got a good job.
Yeah.
You was pay well. You're a CEO of a company, so. So if you can work hard and dedicate your life to boxing, of course you can be successful in life also.
Yeah.
You can also put food on the table and so on. Of course, all the sport code is business.
Yeah.
Because if you succeed, you can take care of your family.
Yeah.
Take care of your kid, take care of everybody.
Yeah.
And you can also invest in the country,
Yeah.
You can contribute to the economy of this country, So it's why we have to emphasize and make sure, or to make people to understand when you talk about sport, not only boxing. So you take also kids from the street, like I say, you create employment. When is the boxing? Like now, we had a big fight in Wediva.
Yes.
So we're gonna bring everybody together. The vendors, these people who are selling,
Yeah.
And of course, we're gonna also employ people to come work there, like officials,
Yeah.
doctors, ambulance, ring girls, security company, and so on, catering companies. So that's employment we are creating for the nation. Of course, the night of a boxing we created, we employ about 400 people.
Yeah.
Or more than that. You understand?
Yeah.
Of course, not only the boxers. So that is That is what a big event like this one can do to the nation.
Yeah.
But if we can have more of this event, I mean, it's just that's going to be great for the nation.
The more, the merrier, they say. Nestor, just lastly, in terms of this event, there are going to be many youngsters. First of all, there's a lot of talent on show, and I think that's what's so exciting about this one. It's not just a Namibian one; it's an African. It's a world event. Like you said, people are going to be watching from all over the world on the socials. What advice would you have for the young boxers that are looking to be in that position either the same time next year, the 11th edition of the Together as One? What advice do you have for them to aspire to be in that ring one day?
Of course, it's just discipline, dedication, and hard work, and listen to the elders, because boxing is a real reflection of life, because you start home, you go to kindergarten, then you go to primi, then you go to university, then you go and look for work and start working. So that is boxing, because you cannot. There's no shortcut in boxing. You have to go through the process. You start when you are young, amateur boxing. Of course, then you represent your country through these games like Olympic Games, All African Games, Commonwealth,
Yeah.
And of course national championship, So and of course you have to stay there, but not just come in amateur then you want to turn pro, because you need to improve in amateur so you can qualify to become a professional. You see life in Russia, Cuba, Ukraine, the top boxer from there, they've been Olympic champions, even the greatest Muhammad Ali. If you can just check or follow his career, he started fighting on the age of 12. And of course then he become Golden Gloves champion in America. Then he qualified. He had the trials to qualify for the Olympic Games. Of course, and then he go there. He won the Olympic gold. Then of course, when after that he turned professional. Then he became a world idol, He was the most famous person in the world, not only boxer, but he was the most famous person. So meaning the kid, if you look at that, it's not an overnight thing,
Yeah.
It's why 2 weeks back we had a development tournament here in after school center in Katutura, where a lot of kids participate, And of course you can see the talent in Namibia, It's only the lack of funding, it let us down, of the interest, of the political will to assist this kid or to assist sport, to invest in sport, We don't want to start somewhere and I don't think we had even a sport fund in this country, So that is what we have to learn from sport, from these people who succeed in sport. Look at Frank Fredericks, Harry Simon, Paulus Moss, the Hitman, Paulus Ambunda, Julius Indongo. All those people, they succeed in sport, So and they succeed. But if we had more funds, we can have more of Frank Fredericks, more Harry Simon, and so on,
Yeah.
So it's only an investment,
Yeah.
I think the government must take lead. But we must not only expect from the government, the private sector, they must come in.
The fans.
Like now, the fans or the sympathizers, just to help the sport to grow, Of course, like you see, the country like South Africa or the UK, USA, they got TV rights, where the TV, you bring funds and invest in sport,
Yes.
It's why now all of us happy Premier League is back, but we forget those companies there. They make the Premier League to
come back.
to be alive for those months they are playing, and we got also potential companies, who can also invest in sports, so we can have more professional sport in the country, and but we have to work together to do that, But for now, we focus on the 1st September.
Yes.
Where we're going to have a big event. John Paulina is going to defend his WBO super middleweight title. Then Charles Nima going to defend his welterweight, WBO welterweight champion. And of course, then you got Munganjera and Bulelo, who's going to fight for the national title. And of course, on the undercard, we're going to also the young guys who's going to fight on the undercard, you know. So we're going to announce the full undercard next week.
Okay.
And of course, it's just going to be exciting, you know. I'm just happy I'm promoting such an event.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm happy for our sponsors, MTC, who's the main sponsor, and the co-sponsor, PST Bet. And of course, we also encourage other sponsors, other corporates to come on board and support sport, you know, sport in general, not only boxing, but the sport in general, you know.
Yeah.
Of course, this table we are selling, you know.
Yeah.
We're selling to corporates, also just to fund the event, you know.
Yeah.
Because to put up such an event is very expensive, and it's not like a joke. It's not the walk in the park. Yeah, it costs you, because now you can see the exchange rate of the US dollar.
Yeah.
Because the US dollar is the international trading, you know.
Yeah.
So when you pay the sanction fee to the WBO, you pay in the US dollar. You pay the officials, you pay in the US dollar. You pay this guy come from Tanzania, Zimbabwe, or from Ghana, Nigeria. You pay them in US dollar.
Yeah.
So now depends now. Doesn't matter what is the exchange rate, you know. If you agree on $1, you have to pay the $1.
Yeah.
You cannot say Namibia, when we do the budget, the dollar was the exchange rate was how much. No. The day exchange rate is what you follow, you know. So yeah.
But we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to the 1st of September. It's going to be a big one. Not just myself as a boxing fan. I know there are many, many boxing fans that will be watching, and it will be great if we can flock to the venue, fill the tables, and not just cheer on our local boxers, but the African. This is African boxing that's you know, spearheaded internationally. So I encourage every Namibian and every African to come through and enjoy this one. We thank you so much for putting this together, not just for the boxers, but for the sporting community. And if you are listening right now, this is a Final Whistle with legend himself, Nestor Tobias. And this is all MTC and Nestor, Sunshine Tobias Boxing and Fitness Academy, together as one. Nestor, thank you so much for coming through and shedding light on the event.
It's always great talking to you guys. Thank you very much.
99 FM's
Final Whistle.